Hello, Douglas County High School students. My name is Allie Schwartz, and I'm your admissions counselor for the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. I'm so sorry I can't be there to visit with you all in person this semester, but I just wanted to let you know that I am still available and still happy to help you throughout this journey of choosing the perfect college fit for you. I'm really excited to share with you some information about UCCS today, so let's go ahead and get started. UCCS, or the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, is a part of the University of Colorado system. You've probably heard of our CU Boulder campus. We also have our CU Denver campus and our Anschutz Medical campus, as well as us down in Colorado Springs. The really great part of that University of Colorado affiliation is that when I graduated from UCCS, and yes, I did personally graduate from UCCS, I received a University of Colorado degree. So my diploma just says University of Colorado, my resume just says University of Colorado. Obviously, the benefit of that is that really big name, that big reputation, highly recognized by employers. But aside from that, we are all very separate campuses. We have different campus feels, atmospheres, majors, and resources for our students. UCCS is kind of known as the baby of the family. We have just over 12,500 students, so very much a middle-sized campus, which I believe factors into a lot of the benefits that we do offer. But we're also the fastest growing of the CU schools, and actually the fastest growing school in the entire state of Colorado, which is really exciting. We're constantly adding new buildings, new programs, and new resources, all for the benefit of our students. And with that growth, we do like to emphasize that it is sustainable, and that is really reflected through our academics. So even with this fast-paced growth, we are still maintaining a student-to-faculty ratio of just 15:1 and an overall average classroom size of just 25. So definitely very small, very one-on-one with your professors, and you do really get the chance to be more than a face in the classroom. You do get to develop those relationships, you get to know your peers, and the classrooms are very much collaborative and very discussion-based. This definitely did benefit my overall success as a student at UCCS. I felt very comfortable being in the classrooms, talking to my professors outside of class, engaging in group discussions, and I definitely think that had an overall positive impact on my experience as a student. UCCS offers a wide variety of majors and programs to fit really any interests. While we're mostly known for nursing, business, and engineering, we also have other traditional programs like psychology, criminal justice, biology, human physiology, and nutrition, and so many more. We even probably have some majors that you've never even heard of before. For instance, we have something called the Bachelor of Innovation program. This program is really unique. UCCS is the only one in the country to offer this type of degree, and you've probably heard of a Bachelor of Arts or a Bachelor of Science. At UCCS, you can get select degrees in something called the Bachelor of Innovation. Essentially, you still pick your major in something traditional, such as engineering, business, museum practice, and then you pick a cross-court in something entirely different. Maybe it's globalization, communication, engineering technology. Throughout this BI program, you are also taking classes in things like innovation, entrepreneurship, and patent writing. In addition, 3 out of the 4 years in the BI, you're in something called an Innovations Team class. This class is taken by all BI students, and you are partnered with a company in Colorado Springs or the surrounding area, and your goal is to help them design a product or solve a problem or make their processes more efficient, and do this on a team of all sorts of people. So the idea is to help our business majors learn how to work with our engineering students, and our education majors learn how to work with communication students. So it's a very broad, modern type of degree plan. We just celebrated our 10-year anniversary with it, and we're super excited to see where it's headed. UCCS is the only 4-year research institution in Southern Colorado. What this means for all of you as students is that if you do come to UCCS, that gives you the chance to do research at the undergraduate level. Sometimes if you do go to a bigger university, you have to wait until your master's program or maybe even doctoral program before you have this type of hands-on opportunities. So obviously this is really great to not only get your hands dirty in the field that you're interested in, but also build your resume and really figure out, is this something that I like and is this something that I'm good at? And similarly, we also really like to emphasize internships. Most of our degrees really encourage you to complete internships sometime throughout your undergraduate career, and some even require it in order to graduate. So again, just a benefit of being a smaller institution is being able to make these connections early on in your college career and get these experiences as you're progressing to your future career. Now, of course, academics are a big piece of choosing your college, but student life is going to be another big impact on that. At UCCS, a big piece of our student life is centered around our athletics. We are NCAA Division II. We have 16 varsity sports, all very successful sporting teams. If you're interested in playing at the NCAA level, you can go to our athletics website, which is gomountainlions.com, and fill out the prospect recruit form. That'll help you get the recruiting process started and allow our coaches to contact you. If you're more of an in-the-stands type of person, all of our games are completely free for students to attend, and they are tons of fun. Pictured in the top left corner is something called Blackout Night, which happens every year with our men's and women's basketball team. A super fun event where you go tailgating beforehand. They throw out free t-shirts, they throw out Jimmy John's sandwiches, you cheer on the mountain lions with all of your closest friends. So that's a really great way to get involved as a student and go take in a sporting event and just spend some time with some of your friends. If you're not quite at that NCAA level but still wanting to play sports in college, club sports is a really nice middle option. I personally played on a club volleyball team all 4 years, and it was one of my favorite experiences while in college. It's still tryout based, you still travel. We went all around the state of Colorado as well as to a couple tournaments in California, and it's a really great way to still stay involved in the sport that you love. Or if you're looking for that just for fun level, we also have intramural sports available, which is just UCCS students competing against other UCCS students. We have everything traditional from volleyball, basketball, floor hockey, soccer, and then we have some unique ones like cricket with our Chancellor Venkat, which is pictured on the bottom left. We have box stacking. We have canoe battleship, which takes place in our rec center pool. So just a really awesome way to get involved in campus life, maybe stay active in something that you already enjoy or try something new for the first time. Also on the note of getting involved, we have a variety of ways that you can really dive into the campus life. One of those is through clubs and organizations. Pictured on the bottom right there is our club fair, which happens every semester. We have over 250 clubs on campus who come and represent themselves at this club fair. Everything from academic clubs like an accounting society, a nursing association. We have recreational clubs like the rock climbing club, the picnic club, faith-based clubs, cultural clubs, so such a variety that you can choose to get involved in. And this is one of the best parts about that college experience is getting involved, finding others who share your similar interests, and getting some initial friends right away through those clubs and organizations. The top right picture is an example of some student activities that we have on campus. That's our Glow Dance, which happens every other year at UCCS, but we also have a variety of others, including hypnotists, significant speakers like Gabby Douglas, the Olympic gold medalist. We've had Bill Nye the Science Guy when he was still cool. We have concerts on campus, outdoor movies, so many activities that you can get involved in while you're a student at UCCS. We definitely like to keep you busy, and these are almost always free for students. Sometimes they just cost a couple of dollars. And one of my personal favorites on campus is something called the SOUL Center, which stands for Student Outdoor Learning Experience Center. Their goal is to coordinate outdoor trips for students, so things like surfing the sand dunes, which is pictured there on the left, ski and snowboard trips, rock climbing trips, whitewater rafting, soak trips to the hot springs, and they make this all really, really affordable for students. So it's a fantastic way to explore Colorado, meet some friends in the process, and really just make the most out of that college experience. And of course, one of the best ways to feel connected to your campus community is by living on campus. We do require you to live on campus your first year unless you have a parent or guardian residing in El Paso County. Absolutely loved the housing options at UCCS, mostly because everything is suite style. So none of those communal bathrooms, no hauling your shower caddy down the hall to your shower. Everything is right in that suite for you to access. As you can see on this page, there's such a variety of suite style options available to you. You can have your shared room within a suite, so you actually do have that roommate experience. There's a little living area, another shared room, and then a bathroom amongst the four of you. You can do your private room within a suite, so you actually have a lock to your own personal door, but you still have that roommate experience with people in rooms next to you within your suite. Or you can do your own suite all to yourself. So you can see a wide variety. I would really encourage you to visit our housing webpage, and you can check out these floor plans for yourself as well as the pricing associated with each of them. But when you do look at that price, just note that it does cover everything you need as a student. So it includes your cable, your Wi-Fi, your laundry, your parking on campus, as well as an all-you-can-eat meal plan. So that's all umbrellaed under that one flat price. Nothing will be stacked on top of that or extra for you. On to student support. So I do think this is something that UCCS does particularly well, and I think this also goes back to our smaller campus size, is the support for each individual student is able to go a little bit farther. We will support you on campus is through something called Excel Centers. We have 5 Excel Centers on campus, one for the subject of science, language, math, communication, and writing. And these are basically free places to go get help with homework, go study for a test, go work on a group project. A lot of times professors will turn an old test to the front desk. So if you've never had the professor before, you're a little bit nervous for the test coming up, you can look at an old copy and see, oh, this professor likes multiple choice, this one likes true false, this one likes short answer, and so on. They also provide free tutors at these Excel Centers. So upperclassmen who have had your classes, who have had your professors, anytime you need help, you just raise your hand and they will come around and give you free tutoring. These are definitely proven to work. Students who use the Excel Centers earn on average a whole letter grade higher than students who don't. So again, a completely free resource for you to take advantage of. Another one I'll mention is something called a GPS class, a Gateway Program Seminar class. It's a required course for first-year freshmen, and you can choose from a variety of fun topics, things like yoga, often running, where you run a half marathon as your final, school in the woods, where you go camping together and learn survival tips, fantasy football or baseball. So again, fun topics, but throughout the process of learning about this one topic, the goal is to help you get acclimated to campus and identify the resources that we have available to you. So for instance, you might do a scavenger hunt to the Excel Centers. You might do a workshop on time management or how to use a planner. So just that really initial resource to help ease that transition from high school into college and making sure that you have that support right away. Another area of support on campus is our rec center. 2 years ago, we just doubled it in size, and in that expansion, we made it a one-stop shop for all things health and wellness. So obviously you have that physical health portion, your weights, your cardio, your workout classes, the rock climbing wall that we just added, but we also added things like mental health counseling. We have nutritionists available. We have a walk-in clinic, so if you sprain your ankle playing cricket with the chancellor, you can go and get that checked out. We have different programs like a body positive week and cooking classes to help you learn how to meal prep for yourself in a healthy way. So just emphasizing the holistic view of the health of the student and making sure that all of your health needs are taken care of in that one building. Tuition, aid, and timeline. This is the most exciting part, so buckle up. This breaks down the tuition and fees for UCCS. We definitely do like to pride ourselves in being one of the more affordable universities in the state of Colorado. So you can see the price here. You can see the residence life is a pretty large range that is going to depend on what suite style you end up selecting for that grand total there at the bottom. Of course, there are a variety of ways to get that cost down for you guys, and that's going to be through scholarships and aid. I listed just a couple of the more popular or more competitive scholarships available on this page. We have the Chancellor's Award, which is an automatic award available to Colorado residents who have a 3.0 GPA, a 23 ACT, or an 1130 SAT. Now, I know many of you have not had the chance to take the SAT or ACT, so if that is the case, we are looking at a revised version of this automatic scholarship, and we will definitely update you with those GPA requirements as soon as we have that. But for now, if you do meet that requirement, you will automatically get that scholarship applied to your bill. The Chancellor's Leadership class is a competitive scholarship, so automatic for the Chancellor's Award, competitive for the Chancellor's Leadership class, which has a merit-based component as well as a leadership component, and that is a 4-year scholarship. Lastly, the Kane Scholarship is one of the top awards you can get as a Colorado resident. It covers the full cost of room and board, and there is an essay requirement as well as an interview requirement to that one. But these are just 3 of the many available through UCCS. We have over 150, so I put that gold link in there, uccs.academicworks.com. I would highly encourage you to check that one out, as that's a really cool tool where you can filter through our scholarships based on different criteria. So for instance, you can look at scholarships for Colorado residents. You can look at scholarships for nursing students, for first-generation students, if you are ever involved in Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, or anything else that you identify with. Go ahead and type it into that search bar, and it will filter through our scholarships and show you what you might be eligible for, as well as what you might want to shoot for when our scholarship application does open. So the application to UCCS is currently open. We do not have an application deadline. We do rolling admissions, which means technically we can admit you right up until that first day of classes next fall. However, we definitely don't recommend that. As long as you can get your application in before Thanksgiving, you're in pretty good shape, so that's kind of the timeline that we recommend, just because December 1st is when our scholarship and housing applications open, and you do have to be admitted in order to access those. So applying by Thanksgiving just puts a good goal in your head so that you can get admitted by the time those other applications open again on December 1st. October 1st is when the FAFSA application opened, so that is currently available for the fall 2021, spring 2022 school year. If you need any help with that, you can definitely contact our financial aid office, and they're happy to walk you through that one. We do have a couple of other deadlines in the spring, but I definitely plan to visit you guys again, hopefully in person, by the time those dates roll around, so we will cover that half of the timeline when that gets a little bit closer. And then comes the question of, how do I apply? Step 1 is to submit the online application. We are available via the Common application or the UCCS application directly on our website. A lot of students ask, what is the difference? Well, the Common application is super helpful if you're planning to apply to multiple schools at once. So you could just fill out that general Common app, and then the application for each university is a little bit shorter. If you're like, yes, UCCS, I just want to apply to them, that's awesome. You can just go ahead and apply on our website. I think our application is a little bit more user-friendly and easier to get through, so I would recommend that one if you're just looking at UCCS. Step 2 is paying that $50 application fee. If you are eligible for free and reduced lunch or other need-based opportunities, you can fill out our NACAC fee waiver, have your counselor sign that, and send it over to us, and we can definitely help get that application fee waived for you. If your situation is a little bit unique, definitely reach out to me, and I can talk to you a little bit more about what that might look like as well. Step 3 is to send in your high school transcript. We are test optional for 2021 graduates, meaning that your high school transcript is the only required piece of that application. So we'll just go based off of your GPA. And I put that criteria for each of our majors down there at the bottom. And then step 4, as an option, you can also add a personal statement, up to 2 letters of recommendation, and SAT or ACT scores just to strengthen your application. We do recommend you send us SAT or ACT scores eventually if you can, just because it will help with a lot of those merit-based scholarships, but it's not required for admissions purposes. So again, just to recap, online application, $50 application fee, and high school transcripts, that is all that is required. And then lastly, we do have some opportunities to visit our campus, which is a little bit unique right now. So I would definitely encourage you to take advantage of that if you are able to. We have in-person tours Monday through Friday, as well as select Saturdays, and then some tours specifically for our brand new Hibble Center, which is for human physiology and nutrition, on Fridays as well. So we would love to see you in person, but if you're not able to make it in person, we completely understand. We do have some virtual options too. We have a virtual tour that is self-paced that you can walk through by yourself, or we also offer live guided virtual tours by our Clyde's guides who kind of walk through that virtual tour for you, give you some student experience, and go into a little bit more detail about each of the places on campus. So I put both of those links in there. Definitely check us out when you can. I truly believe being on a campus is the best way to really get a feel for what it's like and see if it is the right fit for you. And lastly, here is my contact information, so please do not hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions at all throughout this process. I am here to help and happy to help. We also have that QR code there on the left, so if you are interested in receiving UCCS updates and information, you can go ahead and scan that and fill that out. Otherwise, just by filling out our application, you will get on our list as well. But again, do not hesitate to contact me if there's anything that I can do to help. Thank you guys so much for spending the time to listen to this presentation, and yeah, just be in touch if there's anything that I can do for you.